It's WG, bring your SMB, we have the full Timeless Aiona kit. Now, how do we find out about this? On the TapTap website, the Chinese side of things, they've already posted the full kit right here. This is the information, but now let's actually look at something you, me, together can understand. That's where MVP ChatGPT comes in. Here we have the full translation. So let's have a look. Elita of the End, Chrono, Caged Bird, Faction, Ancestor, Full Moon, SSR. We don't know the armor type, but it is safe to say it's going to be light armor. Let's look at it. So, the basic attack deals damage to the primary target, obviously, and when Aiona's, don't read it as Elita, you read it as Aiona, when Aiona's shield reaches a certain percentage of her max HP, the basic attack gets enhanced. Step 1. Basic attack now hits 3 times rather than once. Step 2, each hit additionally deals damage based on a percentage of the target's max HP capped at a certain limit. So as usual, we'll have to wait for the full modifiers, which we get around 8 hours before the banner goes live through the CR server or C server. But this is the basic attack. I find it very interesting. So the bigger her shield, the more damage she deals. And that will synergize with the rest of the kit, as you're about to see. The trait, so the passive, she has effective range, as we surmised, where 50% more damage if they're further away, up to 50% less damage if they're closer to her. Once again, Augustine should counter her in arena. When receiving any healing, instead of restoring HP, Aiona actually gains a shield equal to a portion of the healing amount. So rather than getting healed by a healer, she actually gains a shield. And when she deals damage, she also gains a shield equal to a portion of the damage dealt. Now the special, or what they call the battle skill, at the start of the battle, Aiona sacrifices a portion of her max HP, of her HP, to then gain a shield equal to the amount of HP sacrificed to already work towards building that increased basic attack damage that we've already seen in the basic. And now the last part, the ultimate. Formless turbulent stream is the translation. So you choose a direction and you attack all enemies in a large frontal cone. You've already seen that in the clip. And you deal damage and inflict major attack speed reduction. Good job us, we found that out without any translation. And then for a duration afterward, now it becomes interesting, she increases her own basic attack speed, so the amount of time she hits. Each basic attack performs extra hits, probably on top of the enhanced basic attack. She prioritizes different targets, so when she shoots, rather than focus on one, she tries to spread it out. And if she does target the same enemy, the damage output of her is reduced, so the same way a Lamia has reduced damage when her ultimate hits hits one target rather than multiple. So that is her, and that is Timeless Aiona. Overall, there's been a lot of discussion, so let's make one thing very clear. You do not have to save your Ancestor coffin because she won't be added into the Ancestor coffin. Coffins are fixed at the time of you gaining them, or better said, based on the event they're from. The beginner coffin includes every SSR that has been out since the start of the game, while the Ancestor coffin includes the 6 standard Ancestors. If we get a coffin in the future, then in that coffin she might be included. If we get another SSR coffin in the future, in that coffin Daikalo and Lamia could be included, but your coffin doesn't change in your inventory. The only way where she is actually obtainable is in the perfect ancestral shards. So if you have those, you can save those and then get a 1 in 7 at obtaining her, but only after her banner runs out and she actually gets added to those shards, right? On top of that, there's been a question of, does she replace Noah? Nowhere is it mentioned that any of these abilities you've seen right here are counted as summons, so Noah is still Noah. Does she replace Van Helsing? Now this is what remains to be seen, right? Are we actually already getting a Van Helsing power creep? I am not quite so certain. It really depends on how good is her single target capability, because as much as we would like to tell us Van Helsing is an AoE character, his AoE is relatively tiny, and where he really shines is doing big numbers against one specific target. Overall, again, she has basic attack focus in her basic, in her ultimate, which means if you have a fleeting Bella, you want to run a fleeting Bella alongside of her. So not only did we, so we basically had the game, and once more it cements Eye of Truth as the best artifact in the game, undoubtedly. So we went into the game and then we got additional Cyrene, Lorelei, fleeting Bella, and now also Timeless Aiona. On top of already Gilrain, Van Helsing, Triss, and the like. So I hope we're stopping with the basic attacks though, because we're getting way too many. We're getting way too many basic attacks. Though, yeah, the full multiplayer still remain to be seen. I'll be giving you those as soon as possible. But I gotta be honest with you here, I find the kit to be interesting, and it also stands to reason that she is somewhat tanky in that she can, you could say, heal herself, because if she deals damage, she gains a shield equal to a bit of the damage dealt. When she gets healed, she gets a bigger shield instead. Her special, right? Her special is only her just sacrificing a part of her HP and gaining a bigger shield. So, yeah, she should at least also be somewhat tanky, I guess. But yeah, the rest remains to be seen. Once again, Timeless Aiona guaranteed at 120 summons. You can pull her early. Statistic-wise, you're looking at a around 58.7% chance of pulling her within 100 without having to go to 120. If that helps any of you. And then past that, you're also getting 30 additional summons in the event, which means it cuts it down to 90 summons. And then we also have 2 already confirmed events that give us a further 20 summons, which means it already cuts it down to 70. So if you can get 70 summons total within the next 3 weeks, you will be able to get yourself a guaranteed Timeless Aiona. And even if you don't get her, she will enter the standard banner, the Blue Dawn banner. She will also enter the Ancestral Shards, and she will be pullable on future upcoming limited banners as a 7th Ancestor. So that is all you need to know for now. I obviously be giving you an idea of how good she is and the like when her banner comes out, and we can do more breakdowns, but this is Timeless Aiona. Peace.